Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video on the MediaByte channel. So today, the whole idea of this video kind of piggybacks on a video I did just a little bit ago called What Makes a Movie a Classic. So kind of piggybacking on that idea, I wanted to kind of talk about what makes a perfect movie ending. So a perfect movie ending falls into a few different categories. However, the important thing about this is not all ideal or perfect endings fit into each separate category. They're kind of very specific to the films because of the way endings usually are very focused on the plot of the film. So without much further ado, let's hop into these three separate categories that make a perfect movie ending. So number one, leaves you thinking about the film way after you were done seeing it. So number one, kind of as an example, we're talking The Mist. Think about the ending of The Mist for a second here. If you've never seen it, spoilers for a bunch of different movies endings, so spoilers here, but the way that movie ends, that despair you feel at the end of The Mist, is something that I've very, very rarely felt in movies since then. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the whole movie, see the ending, and you will understand exactly what I mean by this movie will have you thinking about the ending of film. Number two, I have one that, just because I've been thinking about this movie recently, Shutter Island. So if you know the ending of Shutter Island, it's gonna leave you thinking about it. What does it mean? Why do you feel the way you do about the film? All those kind of things leave you thinking and feeling and like recontextualizing everything you understand about the movie for days on end. Next on, in this category, we have The Usual Suspects. So major ending, again, this leads right back into what I was just talking about with Shutter Island. There is something really that you think a lot about Shutter Island after you've seen it. I mean, think about the way everything you recontextualize, just like Shutter Island, you recontextualize the entire film after you know what happens. Even when you rewatch it again, like I did not that long ago, you think about the ending of that movie more than once as you're going through the film. That's because of how much it recontextualizes everything about the film. So it leaves you thinking way after you've seen it, the first time you see it especially, like, wow, like, holy crap, I cannot believe this is the way that movie ends. And that's something I think that people don't really typically think about. That movie really leaves you thinking about it for days on end, because of the way the movie ends. Number two, the second category is very specific, but it's also one of those things that makes a movie perfectly end well, like it perfectly ends, right? This is the kind of triumphant ending. It makes you feel encouraged, or it's like you completed something successfully, even though you have nothing to do with the film or its completion or what happens in the plot. So think Rocky when he wins the big fight at the end, after you see what he's gone through to train and to fight and to win that whole battle. You feel like you were fighting right alongside Rocky, and that's part of what makes the ending so well done. Next, you have to think about this movie when you're thinking of this kind of thing. Think about the ending of Shawshank Redemption. How much they all go through in that film, how much he goes through, what he has to crawl through, literally, to get to the very ending of him finding the lunchbox underneath those rocks. It's not something most movies will give you, and it's not something that a lot of films successfully earn the right to give you that ending. The ending of Shawshank Redemption doesn't work, like the whole movie doesn't work unless it has the ending that it matches, which is what happens with Shawshank Redemption. The other movie that kind of fits this encouraged or like almost successful kind of way, or like the importance is really there, is Wings of Desire. If you've never seen it, it's a film made by Wim Wenders. The ending, basically, not spoiling too much, don't want to spoil very much about this movie if you've never seen it. It's really good. Basically, Angel becomes human, which is the whole ending. He decides to become a human, which is spoiling it, but whatever. He decides to become human, and the reason the movie is so encouraging is this person is an angel, right? Like he's an angel, but he chooses to experience life as a human being because it's of the importance of life. So that should make you feel encouraged to be a human being, because now you get to go, you take that movie with you, put it in your heart, and you can think about what happens with life and the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, the people who will love to do the things that you do on a day-to-day basis that don't get the chance to. So the third category of films that I'm talking about today, the ending is completely ambiguous. So think about this for a second. We're talking the very, very last 10 seconds of The Shining. We're talking the very, 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 very end of The Thing. Who is The Thing? Who became The Thing? Is either one of them The Thing? One of them's gonna die. One of them's not gonna die, more than likely. Who is The Thing? That is what makes The Thing's ending so well thought out. But The Thing's ending is one of those, again, ties into the second or the first category, leaves you thinking, which is what makes it so incredible to me. It really does leave you thinking about the film way after you're done seeing it. And then think about the Blair Witch Project's ending, and it's very ambiguous. What happens here? What's going on? What is happening here? Like, again, that movie fits into #1 category. It's a movie people did not stop thinking about the ending of that film. The next kind of ending that I have in mind is Blade Runner. So think about Blade Runner for a moment. We're talking about certain edits of Blade Runner. We are not talking about just every edit, because I don't remember which edits have this scene in them and which don't. I believe it's the director's cut that includes this, and the theatrical cut doesn't include this, but spoiler alert. But the insinuation that Deckard is a replicant is only, I think, in the director's cut, but that is a very ambiguous ending. That Deckard has been a replicant the entire film. It leaves you thinking and wondering, which is different than necessarily the way the other cuts of Blade Runner leave you thinking and feeling. So what is your perfect movie ending? What makes you, like, when you're watching a movie, what makes you go, that was the perfect way that movie could have ended? Is it completely like singular to the film itself, or is there a kind of category that you decide makes films perfect endings for yourself? So let me know down in the comments below what your favorite movie ending is and what makes the movie so perfect, like the ending of the film. You can follow me and everything that happens here, MediaByte Co. on Instagram, MediaByte Company, or MediaByte Co. is on TikTok, MediaByte Co. Company is on Instagram. Type in MediaByte, you'll find the little cookie logo wherever you're looking for it. Type in MediaByte, you'll find it. We do TikTok, we do Instagram, we do Blue Sky. Go follow mediabyte.bsky.social. Look for the Patreon if you don't want to, that's fine too. Got some cool stuff going on over there. And make sure you're subscribed, please. We're trying to get this growing, and every person who subscribes, I personally get very excited about. So don't think I'm taking any singular person for granted, because I don't, because I have made YouTube videos for, by this point, almost 10 years. And this is the biggest YouTube channel I've ever had. So thank you all for that. I really cannot appreciate that much more than I am right now. And I hope that you guys keep sticking around as we move forward with MediaByte. So thank you all, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.